Every city has its rhythm, its heartbeat, its quiet moments in the morning, its wild, messy moments at night. Some people come to see the monuments, to check boxes on a guidebook page, but if you want to know a place, to really know it, you start with the food. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. That's it, 4 meals. 4 chances to understand the people, the culture, the unspoken rules of the street. From sunrise coffee to midnight bites and flickering neon light, the story of a city is written in butter, broth, and bread. This isn't about finding the best restaurant. It's about peeling back the layers, tasting the history, the chaos, the contradictions, and maybe, if you're lucky, finding a little piece of yourself in the process. This is BLDS in Paris. Paris isn't a city that you rush. It's not designed for quick lists, check marks, or speed walking between attractions with a guidebook glued to your face. No, Paris is a city of pauses, of letting a moment stretch out until it feels like it's always been there. So today we're going to do Paris the only way it should be done, through food. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a little snack in between. A BLDS journey through the streets soaked in centuries of beauty, rebellion, and butter. Lace up your shoes, loosen your belt, and let's eat our way through the city of light. Our first stop is Carette, tucked into a corner of the Marais. You don't just grab coffee here, you inhabit it. Carette isn't loud or hurried. The waiters glide rather than walk. The croissants are so impossibly flaky, you could probably hear them crackle over in the next arrondissement. There's a reason this spot's been serving locals and wanderers alike for decades. It's the ideal mix of old-world elegance and neighborhood warmth. Take a moment here. Watch the square outside, framed by the symmetrical 17th century townhouses. Children chase birds under the colonnades, lovers drift by hand in hand, and you sit there with your cappuccino and think, so this is why people romanticize Paris. This isn't just breakfast. This is your passport into a slower rhythm of life. Fueled by caffeine and butter, we make our way across the Seine to the left bank. It's mid-morning now and the streets are humming, not loud, just alive. There's a quiet dignity to Paris in September. The heat of the summer has faded, the air is crisp, and even the pigeons seem more stylish. We're headed to lunch in a place so steeped in history, you half expect Hemingway to come crashing through the door with a hangover and a half-written manuscript. Polidor, en route to Monsieur le Prince, has been feeding Paris since 1845. It hasn't changed much in the 170-odd years, and that's the point. This is the kind of restaurant where time slows down. The wooden tables are communal, the tiled floors worn by countless pairs of shoes, and the menu is pure, unpretentious French comfort. I order the escargot, plump, garlicky, and swimming in enough butter to silence your cardiologist. And then the duck parmentière. Think shepherd's pie if it studied philosophy and smoked gauloise. Shredded duck buried under mashed potatoes, baked until it all melts together into something humble, rich, and deeply satisfying. Food here isn't some delicate reinterpretation. It's big, bold, and braised until the meat melts like butter. While you eat, look around you and imagine the ghosts of this place. James Joyce ate here, so did Kerouac. There's something grounding about sharing a meal in a spot where literary giants once traded ideas and insults over carafes of cheap red wine. After Polidor's rich embrace, you'll want something light and unexpected to reset your palate. Enter Maison Aleph in the Marais. It's late afternoon. You've just spent a few hours power walking the Louvre or blowing your entire vacation budget at the shops along the Champs-Élysées. You need a snack that'll carry you through to dinner, so you stop off here. This isn't your typical Parisian patisserie. Here, Syrian-born pastry chef Myriam Sabeh fuses French techniques with Middle Eastern flavors. Her pastries are small but explosive. Pistachio cream wrapped in crisp katafi, orange blossom dancing with cardamom and honey. It's Paris reinventing itself in miniature form, traditional roots with bold new branches. Grab a box of bites for later or eat them all on the spot, I won't judge. A quick note about the Paris Metro. I've lived in cities with great public transportation, New York with its subterranean entropy, London with its well-mannered efficiency, but Paris surprised me. Not because it dazzled, not because it tried too hard, but because it just worked. seamlessly, silently, like a maitre d' who knows exactly when you need him and disappears as you take your seat. The Paris metro isn't just infrastructure, it's the city's circulatory system, pulsing under limestone and iron. You descend a narrow staircase, one of 1,000, and you're in another world. Ceramic tiles, flickering bulbs, maybe a lone accordion player echoing through the tunnels. The system makes the city feel smaller, manageable, and in a place like Paris, where beauty is tucked into every corner, that kind of freedom, that's the real luxury. As the sky deepens to a velvet blue, we return to the left bank for dinner at Le Petit Lutetia. This is polished Paris, white tablecloths, sparkling silverware, quiet conversation floating in the air. The food is seasonal, elegant, and comforting. Autumn brings earthy flavors. I start with the artichoke with vinaigrette. They bring it out whole and set it down like a sculpture. When you're finished, they disappear and return with just the heart, tender, glistening, stripped of all pretense. Then the sweetbreads arrive, flash fried to a perfect crust, lounging in a bath of creamy mushroom sauce that clings to your fork like it doesn't want to let go. Here is where you linger. Order that extra glass of wine. Let the evening stretch. This is why Parisians don't eat dinner at 6 p.m. It's a ritual, not a pit stop. This is what the French do better than anyone. They make eating feel like the highest form of civilization. And there you have it, a day in Paris. From dawn's first buttery bite to dinner's candlelit finale. This isn't just about food, it's about rhythm. It's about letting Paris seduce you with its pace, its flavors, and its quiet insistence that life is meant to be savored. So next time you're here, don't rush, don't overplan. Just follow the scent of coffee and warm bread and let Paris do the rest.